Well, I appreciate the opportunity to come and speak and bring you greetings from Nashville and from our new commissioner, Mr. Jay Templeton. I do want to assure you that the commissioner, the governor, all their staff is fully behind our program. This program's been around for quite a while, since 2005, and it is generated from funds off the tobacco or off of cigarette taxes. They collected those cigarette taxes. The majority of that money goes to education, but it's mandated by law that $21 million come into Tennessee Ag Enhancement Program, and I'm sure that's just a small chunk of the total cigarette tax. But the Ag Enhancement Program, as I mentioned, is going strong. There's several changes that we've made this year, and I want to bring those to the forefront for you so you'll know what's going on. First of all, to explain a little bit about the program, it is a cost share program. It's not a grant, it's not a loan, it's cost share, so both of us have skin in the game. You put up part, we put up part. There's an educational component to it where you need to get a certain amount of education, most of you that'd be in the form of a BQA, to participate in the program. And if you want an extra amount of cost share, you can become get a master producer certificate, and both of those are good for 3 years and need to be taken prior to applying. So that's kind of our program in a nutshell. We're here for the livestock producers. We've got a program for our grain producers, poultry producers, and our producer diversification program. If you want to know specifics of the program, you can see me afterwards. I think everybody's familiar with the term TAEP and kind of what we do and who we are. What I wanted to do today is just spend a little bit of time talking about some of the changes that we've made. Some you've already heard about, and some you may need to be aware of. Number one, the applications are here with me today. We're running about 2 weeks ahead of the game. We were planning on distributing the 15th of August, but we've got them here today. They're going into every county extension office, and all the co-ops should have them here shortly. And again, I've got them here today. Application month. Applications used to be accepted June 1st through June 7th. We've bumped that to the fall now for several reasons, and you're going to have an entire month to apply, from October 1st to November 1st. So there's not going to be this big rush to get in and get it done real quick. You can take your time, think about what you need, which program you want to apply for, and get that into us. Once all of those applications are in, we'll process them. We'll spend doing that pretty much the month of November and December. You should have an approval in January. And then you will have, if you apply for approved for livestock equipment, you'll have until the 1st of May to get that reimbursement into us. If you applied for any other program, you'll have till September 1 to get that in. So you can see that part dramatically changed, and here's why. Beforehand, when the applications all came in June, we would process those in July and August, get them to you in September, October. Well, that gave those folks that were building anything maybe 1 month to get something up before it got cold, wet, muddy, and nasty. Couldn't do anything the month of December, January, February. A lot of times you couldn't get anything done in March. That left April. You had 1 month to get everything built because everything was due in May. And if you step back and look at the program, that just doesn't make sense to a farmer. So we said, well, why don't we process these when it's wet and cold and nasty outside, put the approvals in their mailbox where they can start calling, getting builders, and then they'll have the entire spring and most all the summer up until September 1 to get everything built. And we're anticipating a lot fewer problems and difficulties with that. So that's the main reason we had the program shifted to the fall. We realize there's a gap period in there. Anything bought after October 1 will be eligible for our program. So October 1, 2016, if it's bought that day or after, it will apply to our new program. When you open up the application, you're going to notice the last page, the application itself has changed. It's a little bit simpler. Plus, it's got all these little boxes on it. We're hoping to get about half and half online and half paper copies. And that paper copy is designed where it can be scanned this year. It probably took 2 or 3 weeks to get all that information typed into the computer where we could analyze it and approve it. Now that's just going to be done in a matter of minutes, and shortly after the application period is over, we're going to be able to have all that in the computer and be able to move forward with it. So that's going to be a big time saver. Another thing that has really made life easier on a lot of folks is we're not going to require premise accounts or premise IDs anymore. That's not to say that the Department of Ag is not supporting that program. We still do, and it's still an important program, but it doesn't meet the needs of our ag enhancement producers. So you don't have to call in to sign up for a premise and get all of your farms on a certain premise account or premise ID. You can just do away with all that information as far as ag enhancement is concerned. We still have to have a number to link you to our system. So we've come up with another number. It's called a TAEP producer number, or a TPN. And anytime you've talked about premise account, you can insert that word TPN now, because that's going to be the new number. Everybody in our system we've already assigned a TPN to. And after this current program is over, we're going to send everybody that's in our program in the last 3 years, we're going to send you a copy of your TPN. And you'll have that. You can use that to apply. You can use it online, however you want. The beauty of this number is, the premise number, there were only 2 or 3 people you could call to get that number because it was a protected number. The TPN number is not protected. Your county agent will have a copy of all the TPNs in his county. We were going to send it to you. You can call us. We can give it to you over the phone. So it should be a lot easier. I realize the first year it's something new, so it might be a little bit harder, but it should be a number that's easy to access. Several years ago, we started an online program where you could apply online, which, like I said, over 50% of our producers are doing that now, or hope to, over 50%. We've moved that also to include our reimbursement program, and it's current right now. If you want to send in your reimbursement material online, you can. You just go to your TAEP account online, you can set it up, and there's a couple buttons you push. You can scan all your receipts, your invoices, your Master B certificate, whatever you need. You can scan it and send it right to us. It'll land on my desk immediately. You don't have to worry with mailing that in. That's an option that's available for you. Okay? All right, now the last thing I want to talk about is specific to that booklet, the things that you're going to see that are changed, the new things that we've got. We had a 12% increase this year in approvals or applications. We're over 6,000. The year before, it was a 10 to 12% increase. We're anticipating another increase this year. The money is not changing. The money is $21 million, but the demand on that money continues to rise. As opposed to saying these 5,000 people can participate and these 1,000 can't, we're going to allow everybody to participate that is eligible, but we had to decrease our maximum slightly. And that way we can spread the money out to all producers across the state. And real quickly, the livestock equipment and genetics are both maximums of $2,000. Your working facility cover is at $2,500. Hay storage used to be at $7,500 and now it's at $5,000. Feed storage is at $6,500. Grain storage $10,000. And the poultry program at $6,500. So you can see those numbers have been adjusted down. Last year we got all the applications in and realized the money was going to be short, and we advertised the normal maximums, but what you actually got was lower. This year we've lowered them ahead of time so that you know up front that the dollars that you're going to get are probably going to be a little bit smaller, so less of a shock factor. We have no way to tell. I've asked several agents today what they think the turnout's going to be. Most of them say we're going to have more applications, which we hope. We want a lot of people to participate. I've had a few say, with the market like it is, with it down, we may not have as many. So I don't know where we're going to be. But the final maximum, the actual amount that you'll receive will be in your approval packet. It'll be announced after we get all the applications in. But this is the number we're holding to right now. Lifetime maximum. Several years ago, we put a lifetime maximum of 4 reimbursements on hay storage. We did the same for grain storage and feed storage. We're going to move that back as well. If you've had 3 reimbursements in hay storage, or grain storage or feed storage, that's your maximum. You can't apply for any more. And that's true for the entire hay storage program. If you've had 3 reimbursements, you can't apply for hay storage anymore. If you've had 3 grain bins reimbursements, you can apply for the grain storage program, but you'll have to get an auger or a drying system or something like that. You can only get 3 grain bins. The feed storage, if you've had 3 commodity sheds, that's all the commodity sheds you can get, but you can apply and get some of the equipment that's in that program, but not another commodity shed. And again, that's done just to simply help stretch the money out and get the money out across the state. One of the things I'm excited about is the equipment that we put on it. I saw a display over here with a GPS system hooked up to a pasture sprayer. Those GPS units are now part of Ag Enhancement, cost share up to $2,000. Ultrasound machines. Talked to Beef Extension, and they're going to start including ways to use an ultrasound in your beef operation for checking pregnancy, looking at different things. Those ultrasound machines will be on Ag Enhancement this year as well. Kind of a unique item that we're not going to have 1,000 of these come in, but it demonstrates safety and health for the cattle. Is a mobile calf catcher. They hook up to a four-wheeler or an ATV, and it's a cage basically that rides along the side of the ATV. You can go through and catch a calf in that cage and hop off and be able to weigh, tag, vaccinate, check whatever you need to do with that calf where the mama cow can't get to you. So it's the folks that I've talked to that have them, they say they're priceless. They've saved on. They're very safe, and it helps them get out there and get the job done. But mobile calf catchers are on there. All that's under livestock equipment, has a $2,000 maximum reimbursement. The feed storage, we've added no-till pasture drills. You see one here today. That's under our feed storage program. They have to be 6 foot working width or wider. 6 foot's the minimum. Self-unloading feeder wagons and the silage wagons. Both of those are included now in feed storage in Ag Enhancement under feed storage. And finally, our genetics program. UT Extension is really pushing the importance of accuracies in selecting bulls and heifers. We've added that last year to our bull program under calving ease type bulls. They had to have a minimum accuracy of 0.15. That went over well, and we felt like we're moving in the right direction, so we've included that 0.15 accuracy for all 3 bull types, which isn't, it's not extremely high, but it's a start to get the EPDs more accurate. Obviously, if you get a bull, all of his EPDs match up, those accuracy values can raise or can go higher. So if you've got a bull with a 0.05, it won't make it. But if more data is turned in, or you do some genetic testing on him, those type things can move that number up. And I think, yes. Again, the program is strong. It's going to be here for a long time. As I said, it's law that money go into Ag Enhancement every year. The program's changed drastically this year, but our core is still there. We're still all about adding value to our farms, enhancing what we already have, and cost sharing with you to help you develop your farm into what it needs to be.